Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about your social credit score. Society has you set up on a social credit score, and if you guys do any research and look into China, we'll already see that they have a harder blueprint to the social credit score. And as far as how moving around in society will affect how the rest of the beings look at you and engage with you, and it also affects on whether you're allowed in certain stores to purchase certain items, allowed on certain planes to do certain things, you know what I mean? So, like, China has their Western version of a social credit score. But in the US, we are westernized too, so the Western world has just been placed in different cultures. You know what I'm saying? So we're in it here in the US. China is in it over there. You know, different parts of Europe, different parts of Africa. You know, it's almost like, think about it just like a computer being set up in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like how your neighborhood ran before the computer was there, and then somebody just placed the computer in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And then that started controlling and navigating your neighborhood. But with the social credit score, right? I was kind of digging in, just thinking about this, because I was thinking about my team, our team, the playbook, you know, and just as far as like how we are trying to position ourselves to kind of help and heal others, to bring more enlightenment and awareness to what's actually going on. And socially, our credit scores are being diminished. So instead of us gaining more from the people, you know, the team, because we're just the vessel. I don't mean us or me as in the individual, but as the team, gaining more momentum, you know what I mean? Like it pulls with the way we communicate out, and knowing that the system is witchy, we're doing the opposite of what beings are going to do that want a 700, 800, 900,000 credit score, you know what I mean? Not saying that people over here don't have good physical credit scores. I'm just talking about spiritually, you know, replace the physical shit and just let's take the spiritual standpoint of it first, you know what I mean? So in our Western world, we already understand, like, anything above like 600-700 is a pretty good credit score, you know what I'm saying? And with the physical representation of the way they structured it, is that credit score is a reflection of how you pay your bills, how, you know, just it's a paperwork / digital trail of how on time and cordial you are with your finances, payments, or like whatever kind of arrangements you got set up, you know what I mean? So if you take someone who has like a 800 credit score, you know what I'm saying, and usually if you catch somebody with an 8 or 9, I'm talking about majority, not most or all, it's on a percentage scale. Usually most with a 800-900 credit score are usually the really good sheep robots, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to be the evil ones, but these are the ones who are extremely great followers, you know what I mean? Like, they just, in their mind, whoever they're following, as long as they're doing what the leader is telling them to do, they're fine, you know what I mean? And in my world, that's how it's supposed to be structured. It's just they're doing it on a witchy standpoint. It's not from a healthier standpoint. So when you take that credit score, right, your social credit score, and you apply it to kind of like how China has theirs applied, and the only thing is they have like a point system digitally, like an app, and you can look in all this other shit, blah, blah, blah. But over here, it's the same way. We pay for it digitally, you know, and we also pay for it in the physical realm, not so much as the spiritual realm, because our team is leading. It's just the blanket that's being put on over us when we're operating in the physical realm. It'll have you feeling as if that shit is like not correspondence, you know what I'm saying? But understanding your credit score, right? So think about it like this spiritually. All the beings who making twerk videos, dance videos, they just only concerned with making people laugh. I don't know why we out here warring and everybody is concerned with making people laugh. Like, we all got serious shit going on. And it's like, you rather have 1-2 days of hee-hee-ha-ha instead of a full year of hee-hee-ha-ha, if that's what it was going to be. You know what I mean? So you have to look at these beings and these entities who are doing all of these things. You know, the one who's doing we can say, we can put crypto in there, you know, sports. It's a lot of things you could put in there, and you will see that, okay, the rap is kind of in the middle. But most of these other beings who's doing all the other things that we just listed, we can even say doctors, lawyers, plumbers, you know, I'm just naming, I don't think anything. These are the beings with the 700-800 scores in the spiritual realm. And their scores is based on the opposition's playbook. Because if we put their scores over here in our playbook, it would in reverse. So because they're using the opposition playbook, you can laugh and do funny shit and twerk shit and show your body parts and do all these other things, right? And you get a really high social credit score. They'll push you in the front of everybody. They'll boast you out there. They'll start making it rain dollars on you left and right, coins, everything else. You know what I'm saying? So these are the beings who have a really high social credit score spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for me, like, it's okay to entertain. I spent a lot of time in entertaining before I start really understanding this fucking war. And now that I understand what's going on, my social credit started dropping all the way down, because now I'm not over here engaging the same way I was engaging before. See, now I'm going against their structure, so now they're pulling my social credit score down, and because the majority are sheep or some kind of witchy shit over there with the evil shit, you know what I'm saying? That group, I don't even like to say group perspective, because they're getting their information from their leader, and their leader is just basically saying, hey, this is what it is with these beings. And then everybody else that's on their team is like, oh yeah, we don't like him, or we don't fuck with them, or they're crazy, or why are they talking about this, or why are they talking about that? You know what I mean? So they'll just have it thrown all off into a box. So if you someone that's like trying to help and heal, you know what I'm saying, you putting out the right diets that we supposed to be putting into our body, you know what I'm saying, like just different things, bringing more enlightenment and awareness, you know what I'm saying, you're unifying and bringing shit together on a much healthier spectrum. Anything that's done with some substance and real value, you're going to drop in your social credit score. Your social credit score goes down. So if you're somebody who had a 700-800, you know what I'm saying, as soon as you go to start operating differently, your social credit scores goes down. So just being mindful, like when you step into certain worlds already have certain oppositions. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know we're at a spiritual war. So what I'm saying is, by certain oppositions, I don't watch sports anymore, but when I did, and for the people who do still watch it, Dallas and the Redskins are rivalries. So if you're a rookie coming in to either of those teams, you've created an enemy to a small degree. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the bag. But the concept of, you know, Cowboys versus Indians, you just joined a team. You chose a side. You know what I'm saying? So it's just looking at the reality of things, because it's something that's just going to continue to keep elevating until something shifts and changes. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us who are in this space of position, who are putting out genuine, real information against this shit, like, a lot of us get minimized. We get minimized. That's why you don't see a lot of us posting on all the social medias, because some of them is not fucking with us, and they are not gonna let us communicate the way we communicate. even if we watch our words, it's just the subjects and the powers that come with it, you know what I mean? So like for me, I done been so minimized on TikTok, I barely even post up there. I post just enough to keep my page so they don't take it down, so that way anybody who decides to find me from TikTok, at least I have a TikTok page for them to, all right, boom, found him, now I can transfer over to his YouTube or his Instagram. The same thing with a lot of other chosen ones, you know what I'm saying? A lot of other enlightened beings that's out here that's putting in this footwork, you know what I'm saying? Some people I fuck with on YouTube, you know, I go follow them on Instagram, but then they not on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Some of them are on TikTok, but then they not really that much active on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? So we are limited out here as far as digitally, but we're doing what we can, and we already know, like, socially they're gonna do whatever they can to kind of keep our finances down, to also keep us in a weird emotional reactive state, you know what I mean? So just understanding how this credit score shits work, man. Like, I feel like a lot of this shit is like relevant, and once you be able to use this right here, all your chakras align, you know what I'm saying? It'll just make things a lot easier processing and operating out here. Like, I have some beings say certain things, and you know, it goes right over and out the other because I know what playbook it came from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to fucking go to the courts for my daughter because I signed up and laid down with an opposition. So now I got 11 more years. I have to fight through this system for my fucking mini. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even in just being in that space, like, that was a huge test for me the other day, because this was my first time going in there and standing and speaking for myself, for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, any other criminal cases, any misdemeanor cases, any petty shit, I always had a court-appointed or a paid lawyer. Always. And then the universe, for some reason, at this point in time in my life, is just like, all right, well, if you're ready for this position, you're gonna have to be able to use your throat chakra even when your energy is in motion, and you're gonna have to do it on the highest level where it is high stakes. You know what I'm saying? Extremely high stakes. So for me, when I have to approach those kinds of situations and things, especially when it's a new experience, I have to know that I'm gonna go, if it's a new experience, I know that I'm gonna fuck up somewhere in the process. You know what I'm saying? But the point is just trying to be as self-aware as possible in the process, so that way, after you get out of that situation, you can reflect on it. And then you can be like, all right, well, this is where I fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? So now the next time I go through, boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. When we dealing with stores, like department stores, the courts, like any of that shit that is set in stone. A lot of that shit is already set in stone. You're not gonna just walk in the store and grab something and just walk out. Like, it's gonna be a whole bunch of repercussions for you trying to do that. Even if it was just a Tic Tac out of a pack. Like, you could have just opened up a Tic Tac and just, I'm gonna take this one, and just wanted to walk out with this one. You know what I'm saying? So, but I use that to say, and even that shit with the judge, it's just like, all of that is just like, it's social crediting. You know, it's my social credit score. So my BM has a higher social credit score because she celebrates all the holidays, you know. She kisses all the ass. She does all the evil, witchy shit, you know what I'm saying, that she could possibly do. So for her credit, especially with her having her household, you know, she got a fucking Jewish dad who is fucking weird as fuck, and then a mom who just follows along, which she actually does her job. The mom is the only one that does her job properly. You know, she's supposed to follow her leader. She got a piece of shit ass leader who just got finances, but he is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But she like, cool. So the fault doesn't go to her. The fault would go to him for being the leader. That's how I would approach things. You know what I'm saying? But their social credit scores would be higher because they do all of those other weird things to want to be liked by society. You know what I'm saying? And then if they wanted to do other things, their social credit score will start to go down from there. Because now the system is like, all right, well, no. You was helping over here. This was doing good. Everybody around, all your neighbors was liking it and loving it. Now you're doing something different than your neighbors and all the other people around. So now here comes the outside pressure. You know what I'm saying? Your social credit score is not important, but it is there. It is there. It is a real thing. You know what I mean? That shit is a real thing. So you don't have to put a lot of emphasis on everything, but I just like to be aware and knowledgeable of shit that's going on. Even if I go and do shit and shit don't go in my favor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still like to be aware so that way when I approach the situation next time, I can knock it out the park. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long. Just typing everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.